Hey, oh, there's no gate.
Hey guys, time to let chickens out. We've been letting our chickens free range. They've started laying. Half of them are laying. We started letting them free range for about 4 hours a day. We let them out in the afternoon and then come back and put them to bed. Come on, go play. Let's go see if there's any eggs. Did you want me out of your house? All right, guys. I want to talk garlic for a little bit. When you go to any of your reputable seed companies, like organic seed companies or small seed companies that you would get tomato seeds or lettuce seeds or any other kind of seeds that you're going to plant, seed garlic is really hard to come by. First of all, you order it and it doesn't ship until you're supposed to plant it. Usually if it's a reputable seed company, they're not gonna ship it out to you until October, because that's the normal time that you would plant hardneck garlic. I kind of cheat a little bit, especially because garlic is not one of our huge crops. What I do is I go to a local organic grocery store and I buy. Every year it's different, but I usually buy about 5 pounds of local organic garlic. Make sure it's local and it's organic. Local because you know at least it is coming from somewhere that is in your zone and it's meant to be grown around the area that you're growing in. Organic, so it's not sprayed with anything that's going to inhibit sprouting. So those two things are really important. Now I'm not going to tell you exactly where I get our garlic from, but I bought about 5 pounds of garlic today, and all I did was break up the bulbs into their separate cloves, and what you do is you try as hard as you can to leave the outer skin on the clove of garlic. Some of them, now this is probably a really good size. If you have a clove that's this size, you're going to end up having a nice size bulb of garlic. I'm going to be planting this early. Usually every other year I've planted my garlic first week of October. I'm going to plant this a little bit early, but I'm going to plant it a little bit deeper. I want these to establish themselves. I'm going to plant them about 3 or 4 inches down in the soil. I'm going to then cover the soil up, mulch it over the next few weeks with some straw or some hay to make sure that they're protected. These bulbs are going to be protected over the winter months. It hasn't been getting that cold here over the winter, but the first year I did this, man, we had some deep frost, and some of it got destroyed because I didn't have enough straw and enough protection over top, enough mulching on top of the bed to actually protect the bulbs. Some people would tell you when you're getting small cloves like this to not plant them. All that's going to do is it's going to create a smaller bulb of garlic. That's all. So once again, really simple. You go to a grocery store that you know that sells local and organic. You buy local organic garlic. I almost bought all the garlic today. I bought over 5 pounds and came home and just separated them all out. Now here's the next important thing I'm going to tell you. When I plant it, I'll show you. When you're planting, okay, this side that you're looking at right here, that's the root side. Okay, this side right here is where your stem is going to come out. So when you plant your garlic, you're going to plant it like this in the soil. This pointy side where the stem goes up, this is what you're going to point up. Now, you could literally just throw them in there and it will find its way up. Another thing that might freak you out a little bit is when you plant them, especially this early, end of September, early October, what's going to happen is some of the garlic is going to actually sprout out of the soil. That's fine, okay? It will survive the winter around here. We're in zone 7A, so it will survive the winter around here. If you were up in northern New York State or Vermont or New Hampshire or Maine, you definitely wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want it to be able to sprout up. It's probably fine planting it there now because it won't have time to sprout. So basically what we're going to be doing is planting this garlic end of September. We are going to have that garlic in the ground probably until mid-June of next year. So yes, one thing you really need to think about is where you plant the garlic, you're not going to want to have any other kind of spring vegetables planted there, because you won't be able to plant the spring vegetables there because there's going to be garlic. Okay, so if you want a full bulb of garlic to harvest, probably mid-June. Sometimes later. Sometimes you leave them in the ground until July. But we're probably going to harvest June. With before that, probably end of May, early June, we'll start getting a lot of garlic scapes coming out of the plant. So I'm looking forward to that too. All right, guys. Now it's time to get the my homemade dibbler. Everything's gonna be spaced out 6 inches apart. Good spacing for the hardneck garlic that I'm gonna plant. All right, guys. Stay tuned. Alright guys, we just planted about 300 cloves of garlic, which in turn in June will bring us, hopefully, probably not 300, but close to it, 300 bulbs of garlic. So when you talk about turnaround of money, if you're looking to do this to make money, that 300 garlics that I just planted probably cost me about $15 at market. Each head of garlic should go for about $1 each, or more, okay, because it is organic, grown completely organic. So when you're looking at a return from investment there, yes, you have to wait, it's a 8-month waiting period, 7-8 month waiting period, but you're talking about, for an investment of $15, the soil's already here, the time, and the possibility to make about 300. So that's pretty good chunk of change. It's $285 profit. Obviously, I am going to probably throw down some nutrients, but nutrients, a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there, it's not really too much money. Alright guys, now it's time to move on to drip irrigation. Stay with me.